Hello, I'm James Blicky, and welcome to my tutorial of HoW. HoW is a first-person shooter developed by the Bungie Corporation for the Xbox console. Over this tutorial, I will teach you the controls of HoW, the weapons of HoW, and when to use them. Let's start with the controls. First, let's start with the A button. A button's pretty simple. It allows you to jump. Then there's the X button, which will allow you to use equipment, which we will learn about later. The Y button allows you to switch between weapons. The B button allows you to use melee attacks. The big shiny center X doesn't allow you to use much except to go to your guide, which unless you have an Xbox doesn't mean anything to you. The start button brings up a menu. It is not a pause button and will not stop the rest of the game. Do not do that. The select button brings up the score of the game. The D-pad doesn't do anything in multiplayer, but if you're playing in campaign, up will bring a flashlight. The left toggle controls your movement, and when you press down it will allow you to crouch. The right toggle affects your aim, and when you push down on that, it allows you to zoom. The right trigger fires whatever weapon you have out at the moment. The left trigger throws whatever grenade you have selected. If you're out of bullets, or if you're out of grenades, then neither of these buttons do anything. Right bumper has you reload your gun, while left bumper switches grenades. Next, let's talk about the guns. First, there's the Magnum. A pistol, not very strong, but you can dual wield to carry more than one. Still not very strong, but at least it's better than one. The SMG, or bullet hose. Like the Magnum, you can carry two of them at a time and spray your opponents with bullets. Though it fires a lot, you need a lot of hits before you take your opponent down. The assault rifle, the starting weapon you get every game of HoW. The classic all-around, good-for-everything weapon. The shotgun, though not very good at long distances, it's probably the most deadly weapon in close ranges. The battle rifle is another all-around great weapon. In terms of range, the only thing that exceeds it are a sniper rifle and a beam rifle. Great for headshots. The sniper rifle. As one might imply, it's used for sniping. The best thing a Spartan has for distance. One shot to the head gets you an instant kill and a nice little badge. The rocket launcher. Though its real idea is to take down vehicles, if you use it on a person it'll work just the same. Just make sure to stand back. The Spartan laser. Probably the most fun weapon to use in the game. You have to load it before it'll fire, but once it does, it goes through anything. Humans, vehicles, anything. The missile pod. Good for close range for people, and also locks on to vehicles. The flamethrower. Only really good for taking down a lot of people in a short range, though not very good. The machine gun turret. Though it's stationary in the beginning, a Spartan can detach it to bring it around with them. Though after you detach it, it has a limited fire. Though once you detach it, you move slow, but you pack a big punch. The sentinel beam. Good for taking down a shield, but not much else. The plasma pistol. Also good for taking down a shield, and for stopping a car dead in its tracks. However, once you do that, you're kind of screwed. The plasma rifle. As can be said with all plasma weapons, good for taking down a shield, but not so much for finishing the job. The needler. If you shoot the person enough times with it, the person will explode, but unless you do that, it's kind of pointless. The carbine. Another pretty good all-around good weapon, also good for range. The beam rifle. The alien version of a sniper rifle. Pretty good, except that it overloads if you shoot too many times. Never mind, I lied. Though the Spartan laser is fun, definitely the most fun weapon to play with in the game is the energy sword. Works just like you would imagine any sword would. The fuel rod. Basically the exact same thing as a rocket launcher, except in name. Plasma cannon. Same thing as the machine gun turret, except it shoots plasma instead of bullets. The mauler. Great in close encounters. A good 1-2 punch with a mauler shot and a melee will get the job done. Spiker. Can be dual wielded, and is pretty good when you do that, but unless you're dual wielding, don't pick it up. The brute shot. A grenade launcher with a bayonet. Not really much more to say there. Gravity hammer. Good for close encounters, though probably not the most reliable weapon I've ever used. The frag grenade. Works just like you would imagine a grenade would. Plasma grenade or sticky grenade. It's called the sticky grenade because if it lands on your opponent, it sticks to them. The spike grenade. Like the plasma grenade, it'll stick to your opponent if it lands on them, but unlike the plasma grenade, it'll stick to anything else as well. Firebomb. A grenade that bursts into flames the second it lands on anything. Now to the equipment. First there's the bubble shield. Once you throw a bubble shield, a big transparent bubble will appear around you that will not allow any fire in or out. The regenerate works just like you would imagine it to work from the name. It heals everyone in the immediate area, good or bad. Throw a flare and a bright, blinding light will appear on everyone's screen, including your own. The energy drain takes all electronics in its area offline. That includes your shields and all vehicles. The radar jammer works by having a bunch of enemies appear on everyone in the immediate area's radar. It's good for throwing someone off, however, it also throws you off of where they are. The trip mine works like a mine. You plant it, and if anyone walks over it, it'll blow up. Throw a deployable cover, and a big energy shield will appear in front of you. Though it can be taken down, it's good in case your shields are low. Finally, there is the grav lift. Throw this, and anything that walks on top of it, people or vehicles, will fly into the air. Though there are a bunch of other things in this game, like vehicles and just a bunch of other tips you should know about the game. I hope this tutorial has helped you learn the basics. The best way for you to learn everything is to go out and play Halo yourself. Have fun, gamers.